Hello Commanders and welcome to this video for Infinite Lagrange. As the last video for the new players had quite a lot of views, I started to think it might make sense to have a little bit more content that explains some features of the game. And I will try to do very short videos, around 5 minutes, to explain one thing after the other. Now, today's video will not be focusing on one single topic, because there are a few things you should do early in game and they are time sensitive, a little bit critical, and we will go into these immediately. The first thing you will have to look for is to get a liaison ship somewhere. Meaning you have to find a trading post. They are usually at cities, and you can see them all around. So when you see these yellow points early in game, these cities should all be neutral, and you go there, you will be able to find one of these symbols with the 4 squares, and this is where you have to send a ship to liaise with it. Now, very easy in theory. In game, this can be quite difficult because there's a maximum number of ships. You can see here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and that's the maximum. You cannot have more than 12 ships per trading post. Meaning, send a scout as early as you can to one of these trading posts, so that you can get this done, because this is one of the items you need to do to progress in your main mission. Let's see, it was this mission or the one before. Looks like the one before. So chapter 7, you need to be able to liaise with a trading post. If you really get into trouble, you can ask one of the players there if they are from the same union as you, if they can take out their ship for a moment so that you can do it and continue with your main mission. That's the first thing. The second thing, research agreement. I will make a dedicated video about the Dawn funding scheme, but early in game, you might not have a whole week. You can see here 1 week left. I'm now playing, this is the second day. I have 24 hours left, meaning this week only was 3 days for me. And there are 2 things with weekly limits: killing enemy ships, obtaining activity from quest, and obtaining activity from using action points. And obtaining activity from using action points is very easy to do. It gives you 6,000 points. Especially at the beginning, you do get quite good rewards. As you see, I did not sign up for the strategic partnership. I will make a separate video about this sometime later. But take a look at this. If you don't have a whole week, you very likely will have to focus on using these action points. And it is very, very simple. If you don't have the time before sleeping, the action points, they recover all the time over time. I will make also another video about this. Just send out a fleet next to your base. Just 1 ship is enough. Create the fleet, and you see this costs 5 action points. Now,
fleet composition
send it to an operation close by. Same thing, just 1 ship, and you will see 5 action points. If you attack something, it costs you 20 action points, and so on. You can just move a very short distance and it will still cost you action points. So this way you can use up the action points. Later in game you can use reinforcements and stuff like this, but early in game you don't have this, and this is mainly important early in game if you don't have the whole week to get these points together. And now the last thing before I want to end that video, as soon as you get your base, and that's exactly where I am now, you can see I got my base now here into phase 4. I can build an outpost command center. This is not required to progress fast in the base, which is usually what I always focus on, but the outpost center is required to build an outpost, and that will allow you to move your base. Now, when you scroll out on the map, you will see there are different areas, and some areas like This player, he is lucky, he got a lot of resources here and he's alone. But sometimes you are really unlucky and you don't have a good spot. Here, these are spots, or even here, it might get a little bit tight with the resources, and you will have to look where to relocate. Good spots will get occupied very, very quickly. So take a look, scroll around the map. If you find areas like this, that would be a good location. If I put my base here, I can have a mining operation up here, a mining operation here or here. And I will be fine for the next weeks or maybe for 1 month mining these resources, depending how many other people go there. Make sure, if it's level 6 resources, this is great, but for level 6 resources you need large utility ships. And you are not yet able to build the large mining areas. So early on in game, you very likely will look for something like this. With level 4 only requires medium utility ships. You want to have 2 or 3 metal zones close by. Metal is still very important early on in game. So here I have 3 low level, 4 low level metal zones. Perfect. I do have crystal, I have deuterium. So starting here would be really great. I have all the resources I need very close by, and I could later expand up here for my large mining ships. That's the most important and time sensitive things I want to point out for you. This not only is for new players, this is also for players in the second, third or fourth season. You might not have done that in your first season. In the first season it gives you an advantage, but as there are many new players that don't know the game, it is still easier. But the more experienced players are in the further seasons, the more difficult it will get for you to find these good spots and occupy them. So I hope you liked that video, I hope it's helping you. As usual, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and then I'll see you on the next video again.